Right, swapsies. Good evening, friends.
Good evening.
Good evening and welcome to this Thursday service. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here on what is a very important evening. First, of course, today is Maundy Thursday, but more personally than that, we are having a celebration in love and with compassion for a friend of ours who is now in the world of spirit. We are deeply touched that so many of her family have joined us here tonight. Yes. Because by default, you see, when you get stuck with us, you are stuck with us. And Rusty, like so many here in this hall, are family to us, which means by default, you're stuck with us and there's nothing you can do about it other than court injunctions and things like that, which can get a bit messy. But we genuinely are here tonight to celebrate a life, to celebrate the opportunity to have shared our path with such a wonderful, wonderful human being. I have a couple of stories to tell that I believe show how our relationship formed and also shows the character. But of course, this is not an opportunity for me to just stand up and talk. So much of what we will see in the first part of our service tonight is a collaboration of the family. And that is the most important part of how we come together. Of course, there are other things going on tonight because it is not just a memorial service. It is a divine memorial service with mediumship. And so it is a great honour and privilege to be able to introduce a very good friend of mine and this church who is going to be our serving medium for this evening. And it was so lovely that you are here tonight. So please give a proper Right Royal Little Port welcome to our medium this evening, Dora Sheridan. Friends, let's join together and open this evening in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, divine universal source of all, we thank you for this opportunity to come together as friends. We also come together to celebrate and give thanks for the opportunity to share this path we call life with our friend Rusty Clayton. We know that she is being looked after, and we know that she is reunited with all those in the world of spirit that went before her. But at this time, Great Spirit, I ask for help, support, guidance, and healing to be given to those that are still here. For we here on this earth must watch over, take care of, and look out for each other. And so we ask for help, support, and guidance in achieving this, to help take those moments of sadness and replace them with fond memories of laughter and joy that will help soothe the transition back to the celebration and joy that we have when we think of our friend. And so, as we place this service in your care and keeping, I ask that a blessing be placed on each person here present and the friends and families that they represent. Amen. I had an opportunity this week to sit and make some notes. One of the things that you do when you're in a job like this is that you have to-do lists and plans and orders of service that are appropriate to situations. And so I sat and I wrote some stuff out. We're talking about Rusty. One thing that I can say is that when it comes to formality and ritual and order, forget about it. That come back to me quite quickly. The first time Rusty walked into this church, as so many people always have a first time. All of you have had a first time walking into a church, and a spiritualist church at that. The first time she walked in the door, she looked at me with a frown. I was this relatively young bloke back then, and I was wearing a dog collar, and she wasn't expecting it. And she comes walking up to me and goes, "So you're in charge here then?" I said, "Well, I wouldn't quite put it like that." "Ah, but you've got a collar on, so you're a vicar, are you?" "Well, a minister." "But are you still a prat?" My response was, "Most of the time." And she goes, "Ah, is that natural, or do you have to work on it?" And my response was, "It's a bit of both." And she went, "Ah, just like the rest of us then." She gave me a hug, and we never looked back. Rusty is the kind of person who struggled with concepts and focuses when it comes to communication with mediumship, but never struggled when it came to feeling that contact with healing. She is, and always was, and always will be, and certainly when she settled into her new higher life, I'm certain will be part of the healing throng, because her healing was natural, because she had a way of looking at people, figuring them out, and just generally making them smile. One of the things that we've been talking about in our machinations this week is about laughter and love. It is the core of everything that is noble and wonderful. And Rusty made everyone laugh. This is why she will never be forgotten. Of course, the one thing about this way of life is that nobody's forgotten anyway, because if you even try, they'll be back to tell you. And I know she'll be one of them who is giving us grief and mischief from up this side of the platform. But it's not just today about my memories, because we are a group. And so I have been and picked on a couple of people who are going to share a couple of memories and thoughts about Rusty. So, Teresa, would you like to go first? Yeah. Let me plug you in.
You plug us in. Thank you, my darling. Oh, Rusty. What a character. Lovely lady. Always up for a laugh. Always. She could be everything. She could be cantankerous, grumpy, very much. But she always had a heart of gold. And nothing was too much trouble for her. Coming to church on a Thursday, me driving, Rusty in the front seat, Sarah and Josie in the back. We would laugh the whole way here, the whole way back. Our journey was just full of laughter. Me and Sarah would often go up to Rusty's, have a cup of tea. She would make us some lavender biscuits. Absolutely lovely they were. And we'd sit there, we'd laugh. Sometimes we'd just show up and not let her know. We'd go up in our pajamas, take our pillows, take our alcohol, and 1 o'clock in the morning we would leave. And it was just, we just gelled. She was just a wonderful lady. And today when we were getting in the cars ready to come down, there was a robin hopping around the garden, checking what we were doing. And we know that was Rusty, just keeping an eye on us. So we know in our hearts, she is always, always with us. So, family, it's brilliant to see you all here. Absolutely amazing. So happy to see you. Sorry about the situation. you know, that's brought you here. But it's great that we get to meet you all. So thank you so, so much. From the bottom of our hearts, coming. Thank you. Yeah.
And now, also, in reference, I would just like to, I don't like accusing people of sharing untruths, but you did miss something there, because as well as laughing all the way here and all the way home, you spent most of the time here laughing as well, even during the service, or even and especially during the service. So thank you, Teresa. And now, Tavia has said that she would be happy to speak to us. Tavia is Rusty's sister, so please welcome Tavia. And in fine family tradition, if I got your name wrong, you're allowed to punch me.
No. Good evening, everybody. I just want to say thank you for how happy everybody here made my sister, because I had the chance or the opportunity to reconnect with her last year when she came to South Africa. Because our relationship has always been quite strained. My sister, I mean, like you all know, everybody's talking about this truly amazing person. Yes, she was truly an amazing person. But at the same time, she would push you away when you get too close. So I bear the brunt of that for a long time. And so also, even her passing and alone has left a huge sadness in my heart, because that is the way she wanted to go, and she was granted that wish. You know, she made that possible. And even us being here together as a family tonight to share this evening with all of you is so amazing, because she made that possible. And when we sat up until 3:00 in the morning, one night in Hermanus, and she was telling me about the church and telling me about everybody and sharing her experiences here. So being here tonight is really very meaningful to me, and I greatly appreciate this opportunity to speak. All the way traveling to England, I've been thinking of times and conversations with her, and the strangest thing of all, my last conversation with her was earlier this year. She wished me twice on my birthday. She wished me on my birthday and the next day, and I found that very strange, but when we chatted, she would always have like a snide comment, you know, and even me crying tonight, I mean, like, she would say, like, who's sniffing like that? Who's, you know, why are you crying? What's the... But that was just her way of coping, and I have to understand that now and accept it. So for me, coming here is I have to accept a lot of things and also get to know another side of my sister. So, yeah, thank you, everybody. Sorry, Nick.
It's all right. It's absolutely fine. Thank you. Well done. Thank you to both of you for speaking, and thank you in particular for sharing that, because it is important to remember we are human. And there's an old saying, to err is human. Whilst it is always polite and true that we should understand and appreciate and accept people's wishes, it doesn't mean to say we can't be annoyed at them. And you should and could and can, because you have your free will too. And I know that she will probably reference that when she starts coming through. But we are human. And sometimes we do things that we think is for the benefit of others, when sometimes we are not sure. Yes, Rusty was a light and shining brightly in this hall every time she came in. But I think we all knew that there was a very human side to her. But she started to open up, and I'm glad you had the opportunity to reconnect. So thank you for sharing those words with us. Speaking of sharing words, it's usually at this point in the evening, because you might have noticed I'm not doing an address. We haven't got time. But it is... You weren't the only one who did that. And I'm pretty sure I heard one from over there as well. Don't worry, I've got a few things to say still, don't get me wrong. But normally at this point in the evening, we also have a reading. Again, we're not having a reading tonight. However, we are having something. And to explain why she's not speaking and how this next bit's going to work, please welcome my deacon, Reverend Eunice.
Good evening, one and all. Good evening. Normally, like Nick said, we have a reading tonight. I did write one, but having been inspired by Nick putting a song together for the church, I thought for Rusty, words weren't enough. So we've turned those words into a song. So Nick will play it for you, and I hope you enjoy it.
In celebration and with love, we remember a dear friend, someone who brightened up our lives. We know it's not the end. Rusty, you were flying high, memories abound. And when a butterfly lands on me, I'll know that you're around. For she has gone to spirit, our loss is heaven's gain. We know that she will put us right when she is about again. Rusty, you were flying high, memories abound. And when a butterfly lands on me, I'll know that you're around. Full of love and questions, a powerhouse to be sure. A pain in the butt at times we know it's just made us love her more. Rusty, you were flying high, memories abound. And when a butterfly lands on me, I'll know that you're around. Friends and family are here tonight, have memories deep within. So wish her well as she flies high, her new life will soon begin. Rusty, you were flying high, memories abound. And when a butterfly lands on me, I'll know that you're around. Rusty is a character, her personality shines so bright. I know that she will let us know if we're not doing it right. Rusty, you were flying high, memories abound. And when a butterfly lands on me, I'll know that you're around. She always kept us on our toes, straight talking at its best. So until you come and visit, enjoy your well-earned rest. Rusty, you were flying high, rings about, and when a butterfly lands on me, I'll know that you're around.
And I'd like to say thank you to Tony for helping me put this together. Thank you.
Yes, please. Yeah. Furthermore, I would just like to add that Eunice does and has said that she has an MP3, if anyone would like a copy. But I will say that over the weekend I will be, with her permission, because her and Tony created it, with their permission, I will be putting a video to it so that it can be on the church page as well, so that you can have a listen whenever you'd like to. But thank you both for a wonderful tribute that's quite catchy and sticks in your head, which pretty much sums up the individual. There are a few words that I'd like to share with you in terms of the spiritual side of this way of life. I'm not giving you an address, but there are a few thoughts that come in words. And the things that I have learned over the years in this way of life is that there are synchronicities that tie everything together. For instance, if a butterfly should now appear, pay attention and look to it. But there are many different ways that the world of spirit can touch our hearts and reach out to us, be it opening a newspaper and seeing a name glaring out at you, or turning on a radio and a song being appropriately poignant. But there are many ways that the spirit world can reach out to us to let us know that they are there. So as we go about our daily lives, I would ask that people look for those synchronicities, look for those messages and those signs and symbols that our loved ones are watching, and in particular, our Rusty, of course. There is a poem that I once read. I actually read it all the way from the beginning to end once when I was doing what Eunice used to do. And it was called Ulysses by Tennyson. And I got in quite a bit of trouble because not only was it extremely lengthy, it also didn't really make much sense at the time. But I chose it because of the final words. And tonight I'd like to share with you those final words, that final verse, because I think it not only sums up Rusty, but our needs as those who are gathered together. Though much is taken, much abides. And though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are, we are. One equal temper of heroic heart, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. That is the goal. And really, my friends, that is the purpose of life. We are not always the strongest we wish to be or could be, but we have each other. And in the days and months ahead, remember that it is okay to be down so long as you don't stay down. It's okay to be upset so long as you don't stay upset. And whilst I, in my position, cannot say to you that time is the best healer, I can say it helps. And I can say that although times may be difficult, we have not only each other to help us, but also time will allow those feelings to be replaced by the funny stories, the fond memories, the laughter. And if you need to just think of Rusty standing in front of a bloke in a dog collar she met for the first time, calling him a prat, do so, because I will. So whilst I can't promise you that it gets easier, I can promise you that you get stronger and better. And those fun memories are the things that are the beacon light. And I know that if anyone spent more than 5 minutes, there's something that will make you laugh or swear, or be grumpy, but it's better than being down. Let those fond memories be your beacon light. And I would like to ask now for everybody to join as we close this part of the evening in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, divine universal source of all, we thank you for this opportunity to come together, to share thought, to reflect, and ensure that the world of spirit knows that indeed our loss is their gain. We send our thoughts to Rusty, whatever it is that she is doing, and wherever it is in the spirit world that she is doing it, to let her know that when she is ready and able, we are waiting with bated breath to see what it is that she has to say to us. But I, again, in my part, Great Spirit, ask for healing, upliftment, and laughter to be those beacons of light that shine forward to keep us all on the path of life. And let that blessing bloom and blossom in the hearts of each person here. In the name of love, truth, and light. Amen. We are about to move forward in our evening in terms of we're going to have some healing in a moment. And Tony will, of course, come forward and lead us in that. But I do genuinely want to thank everybody for being here tonight and sharing in this opportunity to send a thought or three out to a friend and a loved one. She will find it highly hilarious that she's filled this hall out and there's more people in there than has been for a long time. You see, you needed me to fill the hall out, Nick, didn't you? She will find it highly hilarious that the healing tray of candles is fuller than ever before. And she'll go up and say, "Isn't that pretty? Don't blow it out." And I would say, "Well, why shouldn't it be blown out?" "Well, if you do, I'll clip your ear for you." And I know that she genuinely would. It has been my honor and privilege to call your family member, your sister, friend. And I will continue to do so, because please remember that one of the most important parts of this way of life is that they are not gone. They've just moved on and are able to reach out and let you know that they are still unchanged, troublemaking, willful, stubborn Watsits. And I am sure that St. Peter at his gate had a bit of an issue and a riot to deal with a few days ago. And you know what? Good on her. So from all of us here to all of you up there, good luck. You are going to need it. And everyone, a blessing, please, to Rusty. Amen. Amen. And now, to do the bit that she did say she could do. Because when it came to circle, it was, "I can't do that. I can't see anything." Yeah. I want you. Rusty, imagine in your mind's eye a handbag. Okay. Can you see it? No. Well, you know what a handbag looks like, don't you? Think of a handbag in your memory. Yeah. Can you see it in your mind now? Yeah. Can you? No. But one thing we all knew, and she knew in her heart she could do, was healing. So with the permission of our healing leader, I'm going to tonight dedicate this healing service to Rusty and her ability. But to lead us through that, Tony.
Oh, thank you. I believe the expression is "follow that if you dare." Nick's given you his first memories of Rusty. I omitted mine last week. I'll tell you now. Rusty had been coming to this church a long while before me. I came and was the healer. Rusty wandered in, almost threw her walking stick at me and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm the healer." "Oh, where do I sit?" "There." So she sat down. Well, bloody well get on with it then. Okay. So we did what we did. Oh, well, that was all right. Okay. I said, well, if you don't mind, normally I ask somebody's name because it helps me connect with spirit. You can call me Rusty. Well, that's a bloody funny name. Nobody knows my name. I said, okay. She got up out of the chair and went, it's Hyacinth. But don't tell anyone. So the following Thursday, in comes Rusty. I'm there doing my thing. And I go, oh, hello, Hyacinth. Oh, dear. Boy, was I in trouble.
You needed some healing that week.
And we got on like a house on fire ever after. Except when she was off back to her home country, I asked her if she could bring me a present. She said, of course I bring you a present. What would you like? I said, nip up to Cape Town. There are penguins there. I love penguins. Can you bring me one back? The reply was in the negative. But she did say, why don't you go and see them for yourself? So I said, right, next time, because Eunice and I have been over a couple of times, next time, that's where we're going. Now to this, thank you. Now to the serious bit of the evening. From the healing book, please send your thoughts out in just a few minutes, if you're able, to Joyce Nunn, April, Josie, Celtic Rose, Medium, Wayne, Auntie Pat, Janet, Henry, Laura, Lee, Paige, Alfie, Connor, Oscar, Mark, Jean, Tracy, and Kerry. Now, the simple form of what we do next is, if you would like some healing, raise a hand and leave it raised. If you're prepared to give some healing, please go to where there is a hand raised. Yeah, we're getting there. That's fine. We're there. Yeah, we're all settled. Just a few words just to settle things down. Okay.
I will come to one of you, and Tony will
I'll
come
do the
to
other
one
one.
of you.
Yeah,
I've
that's
just got
fine.
to press a button.
Oh, Mandy will do one. Mandy will do one.
Mandy,
do
lovely. Right, I'll go and then
yeah,
you can
and I'll
stay where
stay
you
here.
are.
Thank you. Great Spirit, if you would send your healing powers down through our healers to those recipients who has asked for it. And at the very same time, would you please, Great Spirit, save our healers, protect them from anything they don't want to receive. And healers, you've got about 3 minutes from now.
Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, divine source of the universe and great Creator. Here we bring unto you all those listed in all the healing books throughout the land. Be they sick in mind, body, spirit, or soul, that it may please thee to heal them, those we know, those we do not know, those that have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Those we know, those we do not know, those that have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Be they sick in mind,
Thank you, healers. If you can just bring yourselves back. And as I say every week, thank you to those of you who asked. And there's more than one reason why I say that. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, healers. No.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, hello everybody at home. We're back. It wouldn't. Yeah, they know they're on. They're fine. I did tell them if they're going to sit there, they'll be on camera. You're famous tonight. You are the Little Port congregation made manifest in the internet land. Thank you to everyone who took part in the healing. It really does matter. Healing is so vital and important. And as Tony often says, of course, the asking is one of the most important parts. We might not always agree on everything, but we definitely agree on that one, eh, mate? In a moment, I'm going to hand over the rest of this evening to my good friend, Dora Sheridan. So the important announcement bit has to be really, really quick so I can get out the way and let her get on with it. But should we need to evacuate the building, our exits are here, here, and through here. Should she come to you, please answer in a clear voice. Yes, no, don't know. Don't feed a medium. I know Dora very well. She really will bite your hand off. And for anyone who's never been to a spiritualist church and seen a demonstration of mediumship before, if the curtains start twitching and the chairs start spinning, you can follow me. I'll be the first one out, because we don't do that. Well, not unless it's Christmas. Not unless it's Christmas. Isn't that right, Mr. Fishing Wire and Flashy Lights? I will just say before I forget, based on the conversation we had, for anyone who doesn't live within 5 minutes or half an hour or an hour of this building, don't think you escape us, because we are online, and if anybody wants to be a part of these services, for instance, I saw Lisa commenting earlier, I know you're here as proxy, but she's also, hey Lisa, as well as many others watching online, you are able to join these services through Facebook and YouTube. I can't do anything about time zone differences, I'm afraid, because I'm not that good at twisting time and space. But you are able, nonetheless, to be a part of these services and watch. And of course, if you get a message tonight, just be mindful that although nobody can see you, you have now got a recording of your message to look back on, as there is, of course, a recording of tonight's service. So again, you are always, no matter where you are, welcome and part of this family. Please remember that. And so now, please give a proper, right royal, Little Port welcome to our medium for the evening, Dora Sheridan!
Oh, thank you, Nick. And thank you, everyone, for being here this evening. And I think it's such a pleasure to see so many people. And I'm sure Rusty will be delighted to know that you're all here to honour her. For those that have never seen me work before here, I'll just tell you a few things. I often see, sense and hear spirit, sometimes not all at the same time, and I usually let them just work with me however they wish to work. If I do come to you, if I could hear your voice, please, because the one thing spirit love is to hear your voice. They can't hear when you nod. Even if it's yes, no, or don't know, that's absolutely fine. So let's see where we're going to start first of all. Well, the first person I've actually got coming through is a gentleman. And I would say as I'm looking at him at the moment, I wouldn't say he's overly tall. I would say medium build. I've got grey hair on this gentleman, and I'm feeling like I'm around about 76 years old. That may not be exact age, but that's what he's making me feel. I feel that he passed through the world of spirit with a chest complaint, please. So I know that his breathing was very fast and very, very rapid when he went to the world of spirit. I also feel that this gentleman, I need to be outside with him. I don't feel like I'm working inside. I like to be outside on the land, please. I know I work very hard, and I know I have a set of overalls on, and I have boots on, and I have buckets that I'm walking around with in my hands at the moment. Okay. The other thing with this gentleman, as I'm looking at him, I do feel that I want to be more in a rural area. I don't want to be in a city area. I want to be more rural based with this man, please. And let's see what else I can get from him at the moment. This gentleman, as he's coming through as well, what I'm sensing from him is he's a bit of a loner. He doesn't like to, I was going to say, he's got a bit of a sense of humour in a roundabout way. He says, it's not that he doesn't like people. He just said he likes his own company more. He finds he's much more comfortable with himself rather than having to socialise and to try and be a person that other people want him to be, which is not himself. He's very, very natural, very relaxed sort of man, very hard worker. So, first of all, can anybody understand this gentleman, please? May I come to you? I'm just going to recap a few things. So, do you understand the sort of height? I don't want to go really tall. I want to sort of be medium build with him. His hair is sort of quite grey as well. So, yeah? Okay, so I'm with you, or? Yeah.
Well, we're neighbours.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, so again, I want to take him outside, more to work on the land. He's much more comfortable. Got his set of overalls on. Yeah, he's very comfortable. He's not really a man that socialises a lot. He'd rather just be left on his own. Yeah, he's quite happy with that. Okay, so am I happy to work with you, please? Right. So as he's coming in this evening, his message really coming through is just to let you know that it's having that comfort and belief within yourself. Yeah. He said what he's feeling is that he's like, the reason he doesn't feel like he likes to socialize so much is because he doesn't like to be who he's not. Yeah. And what he's saying, it's very much the message he wants to pass to you both, or to you, is saying to you that he wants you to be who you want to be and to feel comfortable with that. Yeah. Not to please anybody else that you feel, it's to please you. And to have that belief in yourself. Which he said sometimes feels like he says that sometimes, yeah, and especially when you get to those crossroads and you think, shall I do this? Shall I do that? Shall I do this? Shall I do that? And he's got a bit of a sense of humour, this chap, hasn't he? Because just as he says, I said that, unless you can do this, do that, he just, for goodness sake, you just take one of the roads. But that was the sort of character he was, yeah, and he'd say it as it was, wouldn't he? He wouldn't hold back. If there was something to say, he would just say it, yeah. I'm also getting some names, and this could be names around him or around yourself, okay? But I'm hearing the name David as well. I don't even know if there's a David around you or around here. And I'm also hearing a Peter as well. So I'm hearing a Peter. Yeah? You recognise the Peter and the David, yeah? I recognise that. Okay. I know he's just bringing those names in as well as just confirmation. And there's a birthday coming up soon. I feel like there's a birthday coming up soon, please. Yeah, you recognise it yourself? Okay. So he's giving you a balloon. Yeah. And and I want to give you a bottle as well. So,
Yeah.
so he said, I want to give her. He said, she likes a tickle. He likes a tickle. Yeah. Okay, this is if there's anything else that I want to give to you. He's just saying he just wants to give all your love over to you. Yeah. And for him just to remember him and the way it was. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to leave his love and I'll say God bless you. I've got a lady that's coming now, please, from the world of spirit. And this lady, I want to say, is very theatrical. I feel I want to sing with her. I want to dance with her. I feel she's a very good dancer. And even I feel that she passed later in the world of spirit. She wasn't very old though, but even young, as a young child, she just never stopped. She was always singing. She was always dancing. She was always on the go. And this lady as well, she's bringing me in some memory links here as well. The one thing she's bringing me in, you know, like the childhood Jack in the Box, the ones that you would ring up and the thing would foam up and the thing would pop out or whatever. She's showing me that as well, which is a memory link she's showing me there. And the other thing she's showing me here, she said that she was very, very good at hide and seek. She loved to play hide and seek. And she would often play hide and seek, but I think must have been a sibling there that she had, please? Because at one point she's showing me about hiding under a table or hiding under something like that, when nobody could find her at all. And she was giggling away to herself. She has such a lovely personality. Could anybody understand this lady, please? Yeah, okay. Oh, what else can she tell me? Like I said, I don't think she passed to the world of spirit at an old age or anything. I want to bring her younger to the world of spirit when she passed. Okay. What else can she tell me? Apart from the hide and seek and the fun and games that she had, she's also saying to me that the person that she feels that the person she wants to go to, she said they've just recently had an issue with their knee, please. There was a problem with their knee. Okay. I'd just like to recap a few things with yourself. Okay. So would you understand this lady, please? Even from a young age, very excitable, always busy, always wanting to dance and sing. And the hide and seek was really important to her. She has a memory there of hide and seek. It was like a table like this where I could just see her giggling away because she didn't want to be found. The Jack in the Box, the thing, as it popped up, yeah, that was the first thing that she gave me, yeah. As she's coming through, she's absolutely got such a wonderful personality. She's really got such this wonderful persona about her. And if you met her, you would just sort of fall in love with her straight away because she'd just make you feel so welcome, wouldn't she? And she would talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Even now, it's like, slow down, slow down. She's so fast, but she would do anything for anybody. She would always be there for you if you needed her. Yeah, and that's the way she just was within herself. Yeah. The other thing is, I don't feel like she passed to the world of spirit that old, actually, so I need to come down in age a little bit with her, please. The other thing is, she's also showing me some issues here around the stomach area. Yeah, you'll understand that, okay? And she's coming through as well. She wants to bring a message to yourself, okay? She's saying to you that there's a lot of love that I can feel, a lot of connection there between you and her, okay? But she's also saying, do you remember that? And I'm just going to tell you what she's saying. Do you remember the necklace, the beaded necklace? I'm not sure what the reference is with that. She's just showing me, telling me about the beaded necklace. There was something about a necklace that was trying to be made or something, or had to be fixed. Yeah, have you got that? Okay, as long as you're aware of what that is. Yeah, you've got it. Yeah. She said as she's coming through, there is just a lot of love that she wants to give you. Okay, and also there's a lot that she says going on around you at the moment. Yeah, and again, I want to give you books as well. She's given me books for you. So I don't know if she's saying to me that if you're actually doing studying at the moment, but I think this is what it's in reference to with yourself. So she's just giving you lots of books, yeah. But what she's saying to me is that sometimes you just feel like these books, like they're there, they close, they get put down. Yeah, yeah. So she's saying that. Okay, she was just saying they need to be back opens and for you to put your head back in the books again. Yeah. So she's saying, but she's really proud of you for doing what you're doing. Yeah, and to stay on course. Stay on course, she said, because it's very easy to come off of that course. She said, but it's to stay on it. So she's just very proud of you actually continuing with that. Yeah. She's also telling me something about you're not hearing something. You're not being open to hearing something. And I think I'm feeling that's more in a spiritual nature around you. Would that be correct? Okay. So she's saying to me, it's again, she's a lovely lady, and I'm going to say it as what she's telling me here, right? So she's just saying, well, it's you, yeah, you're stopping that, yeah. So she said, you've got to empty that mind and not to try too hard, because she says it's almost like you're trying to force it to happen, but you're actually stopping it from actually happening. So she said to you, just open that mind and just let it flow. Just let it flow. Yeah. So she said, and not more communication will happen within yourself. Yeah. So I'm going to leave her love with you, but I need to give you some lavender. Yeah. So I want to give you a bunch of lavender from her to you, and I'm going to say, God bless you. Right, let's have a look, see who's going. Okay. I've got a mother that's come straight in now, please. Mother vibration. This lady, again, I would say is very much of a home mother, if that makes sense to you. It's like she's very good at cooking. I'm seeing lots of jars of natural things of that she would make. And even her kitchen, I've got an apron on here, so I know I've done the apron up behind me, please. I don't feel like I'm quite small, medium height, but I want to come out a little bit in size. I don't want to come out too big, so I want to come out a bit in size with her. Also with her as well, I feel that she was always busy every single day. She'd be pottering around the house. She'd always be tidying up the house. She'd be in the kitchen. She'd be making this, making that. Smells from that kitchen is incredible. And the things that she would make, there'd be a pantry there as well. So I know I need to go into that pantry, and it's full of everything in that pantry. It really is. But she was a very natural, well, I want to say a natural cook with this lady. The other thing, as I'm looking at her, she's just taken me into another room as well, and I've just gone into this, I think it's a front room of hers as well, but there is a high back chair there is, because I'm looking at a high back chair that needs to be sitting on, and there is a fireplace there, and I've got a mantelpiece there as well. But I've got one of those old clocks, you know, with like the balls at the bottom, and you can see the balls as they go round, and they go like that, and then they go back round again, and back round again, as I'm looking at that with her. Can anybody understand this lady, please? Okay, let me just carry on a little bit more with her. Was that you? Am I with you? Was that an arm? I wasn't sure if that was an indication. I thought that was a beautiful. Am I still with you? That's absolutely fine if I'm still with you. You're meant to get as many messages as you're meant to get. Or with yourself. Right. I'll carry on and see what you can take and what you can't take so I can identify who you're with, yeah? Okay, so would you recognise, first of all, the lady within herself? Yeah, would you both recognise that? And also the fact, a very good home cook, the way she would just cook everything from basic. She wouldn't be a lady that would go to Tesco's or anything like that. Everything was very much home-baked, yeah, with her. And the other thing is about the chair. She showed me about this high-back chair, please. And I'm seeing this mantelpiece. And with this clock with the balls that keep going round, you can both identify that. Okay, let me carry on with that. Let's see if we can separate that. Okay, I'm also hearing a name. This may not be her name either, but I'm hearing, I think it's a Liz, and I think that could be short for Elizabeth as well within the family. You can take that as well. You can. Okay, thank you. Do you mind if I? Okay, is it okay if I continue working with you? Okay. So this lady, I feel, again, very much of a family lady, wasn't she? She was always non-stop, this lady, very natural within herself, yeah? But what was really important was family. Family was very important for her. Yeah, and she would work till morning to night as long as the family were fine. And materialistic objects didn't really matter to her. No, what mattered to her is how the family was and make sure they had food on that table. That was really important, food on that table when they came in. Yeah. And I think her message over to you is just, again, I want to bring that love for her to yourself. Okay. But I also, for her, she's sort of saying to you, embrace what you actually have. Yeah. It's like not to worry about the things we haven't got, because some of those are not really important in life. It's what you have that's important. Yeah. So I know I just want to give that over to you, and I'm going to say God bless you. Yeah, they obviously don't want to let you go. You've got quite a few in this evening. Okay, let's have a look where we're going now. Okay. I need to bring, I've got another lady that I need to bring in, please. This lady, I feel that she would have actually had, okay. I've got a few actually, so I'm just going to bring this lady in first of all. And the first lady I'm bringing in, please, I feel that she's got a mobility issue here, because I'm actually seeing her. I want to put her with a walker, please. So I feel that I need to be with a walker as I'm walking with her. Again, I feel quite breathless within myself with her as I'm walking, but I feel that I feel I want to pass to quite a good age in the world of spirit with her as well, please. As I'm looking at here, I'm looking almost probably around about 86 years old. So I feel that she was quite elderly on the way to spirit. But again, as I'm looking at her here, I feel that she would have had issues definitely with her legs, because hence the walker, but she had issues with her legs the whole time. They would swell up quite a lot of the times. And as she's also telling me that she would enjoy knitting, but she did have a problem with her eyes. She's saying the glasses, she said, because sometimes she would just sit there and doze off in the chair and the glasses would be falling down her nose. And as she's even knitting, she was incredibly a fantastic knitter. She didn't even need patterns or anything. She would just sit there and just do this, constantly knit. She would be. Okay. This lady is also that I'm feeling as she's coming in as well. I feel that she's taken me back a little bit in time with herself as well. So I feel that this lady, she would have been very good at teaching, but obviously that wasn't in a later part of her life. That was in the earlier part of her life. Would anybody understand this lady, please? Okay, let me just carry on with her for a moment. This lady is also what I'm also seeing here. I feel like she would have been in like a care home facility. Yeah, can you take this lady?
I'm going to say that, yes, I do understand this lady. I have a relative that is also connected to this lady in the congregation as well.
Oh,
She will
hello.
definitely take advantage of the fact that you're here.
Right. Okay.
So
I'm going to work both of you?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just recap. Now, you're happy for me to work with you as well, please? Okay. Like I said, this lady, I feel like she was in a care home. She's got her walker. Yeah, I know she had issues with her legs, and she would be really, really good at knitting. Yeah, and her glasses, I want to see keep falling down onto her nose, please. Yeah. And I feel like she was more into teaching back in her time. So I don't know if she was a teacher or she did something like that, because it just feels like she spent a lot of time offering that support and that help to others.
That's something she would have done in the role that she did.
Right. Okay. But this lady as well, she could be. She had a bit of How's the best way to say this? She could be quite. I'm trying to think of the right word to give to you. Her mood could be a bit like that, couldn't it? Yeah. 1 minute she'd be welcome and open arms, and the next minute it wouldn't be that way at all, would it? Yeah, she could be quite strict, quite firm, quite strong, and it was almost like, oh, I just don't know what I'm going to say to her, that sort of thing. Yeah, how she's going to react. But I think this lady, really, would you understand? Did her mind? It feels like her mind sort of wanders quite a lot with this lady as well. So I'm not quite sure if she had like Alzheimer's or dementia, but it feels like I'm there with her. Yeah. Okay. And I think that was the reaction she had a lot, the way she changed her attitude and her mood. Okay. But she said, let me just say, I'm all here. She said, I'm all here. And that's the thing when it gets to the world of spirit, they don't have any of those sort of issues. Yeah. So they can be very clear and very focused. And was she saying to herself that I'm all here, I can hear what you're saying, I can see what you're doing. And that was the sort of direct she would have, wouldn't it? And it's almost like you didn't know you were being told off by her. That sort of feel. Okay. The reason she's coming in, okay, with yourselves, yeah, is really just to bring, again, a lot of love there, yeah, and a sense of proudness. She said, you're doing so well. She's so pleased with you, yeah. But she said there's an element there that you have to trust yourself a little bit more. Yeah, you do doubt yourself, she said, yeah. So you have to learn to believe in yourself a little bit more and to believe in what you're doing, yeah. So those self-doubts, she said, just put them to one side. Yeah. She can be really nurturing sometimes, I'm feeling with her as well. Yeah. So I know that I just feel that she just wants to give you a massive cuddle and say that she believes in you and you need to believe in you. Yeah. And I want to give you some flowers as well. I want to give you some roses, but I want to give you different coloured roses. I've got some red ones, but I've got some pink roses to give you as well. And she's talking to me about pink. So I don't know if pink's your favourite colour, but it feels like I want to give you pink as well. Do you understand that? Yeah? Okay. And she's also given me, I don't know if it's a memory link, that when you were younger as well, because while I'm seeing, you know, one of those jewelry boxes that you open up and you've got the ballerina and it goes round and round on the top. I need to give you that as well. So I think that's a memory link as well that you've got for yourself, okay? The other thing she's saying to you that there's something you've lost recently that you've been trying to find. Okay, I'm just asking her what that was. She just said there's something that you've lost that you've been trying to find. Okay, so I'm just asking her what that is, and it feels like it's a piece of jewelry or something. She's saying, yeah. I just asked her where it was, and she wouldn't tell me. So she just made me aware that you had lost it and you couldn't seem to find it, and it feels like it's underneath something. It's gone underneath something. You might have to have a look at that. And there's another thing. So she hasn't gone yet. So now I think she's here. She doesn't really want to go now. She wants to talk. I need to give you elastic. And I hope you know why I've got to give you elastic. They give you the most bizarre things in the world of spirit. But would you understand why I need to give you elastic?
Half of our development circle know that story. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. So you'd understand why I need to give you that elastic. Yeah. Okay. So again, I'm going to leave her love with you, and I'm going to say God bless to you. Okay. Oh, we've gone already. It goes too quick. Okay, let's have a look who's coming in next. Okay. All right. I've got that actually a young man that's come through from the world of spirit. This young man, I feel that actually passed the world of spirit at a quite young age. Actually, I feel that he had an accident, and it was very quick. His passing. I also feel that what I'm looking at him at the moment, and I do feel that this gentleman was on a bike, and I feel that he had a biking accident and passed the world of spirit very quickly when he went. I don't feel he was very old when he went to the world of spirit either. If anybody understand this gentleman, please. So let me just recap a little bit. So again, I don't think he's very elderly, this gentleman. I've only come younger with this man. And I do feel the biking accident was very quick and he passed virtually straight away after that. Okay. He said he's got quite a character about him and quite a bit of a personality about him. Yeah. But he's saying, I don't want you to focus on that. I don't want you to think about that. But he's got a lovely smile upon his face. He's saying, you've got to remember that when I was here, that's what was important. Yeah. So I feel there's quite a strong connection between yourself and him. Do you understand that, please? But, okay. And he's also saying that, well, you've got to remember, he said, is the times that we had together, the joyful times we had together. Yeah. And yes, I know, he said, there were some things we shouldn't have got up to. He kept saying we shouldn't have got up to rather than he shouldn't have got to. So I don't know if you can take that. Yeah. It's like there's a couple of things we shouldn't have got up to. He said, but we were young. Yeah. And we were adventurous. And there was things we just did without actually thinking. Yeah. But he said, what's important, he said, is the connections that he made here and the relationships he made. That is what was important. Yeah. And he said, you know, the accidents has come and gone, not to focus on that, but to focus the relationship and the connections he had. That is what was really important. Yeah. I'm also hearing a name, and I'm not sure how it may not be connected with him, but I'm hearing the name Arthur. So I don't know if there's an Arthur around him or around the family somewhere, because it felt like another generation, that name. I'll ask you to hold on to that in case that does come through. Yeah. And the other one I'm also getting is a name. I think I'm hearing Sandy or Sadie. So again, if you can't take it straight away, I'll ask you just to hold on to that as well. Yeah. But as he's coming through, he's saying life is like a deck of cards. You never quite know what you're going to get until you turn those cards over. He said, what's important is what you do now. That is important. He said, so that's the message he really wants to give you. Don't worry, he said, about way down the line. Yeah. He said, what's important is what you do now and the impact that has. Yeah. So I just want to I need to give you a watch. Sorry, he's just given me a watch to give to you as well. So I don't know if you've had a watch that's been passed down or a reason he's got to give you the watch. I think it's symbolic. Would you understand? It's about time. You're questioning the time. Yeah. And there's a time for this and a time for that. And we need to do this and we need to do that. That's what he's sort of telling me. Yeah. So I know the watch was about time. It was symbolic. Yeah. So he said, focus on the here and the now, because that's relevant. Yeah. And I'm going to leave his love. And I'm going to say, God bless you. I have another one. Okay. Okay. So I've got another lady now that's just come in. And as I'm looking at her, I know I've got a bit of an issue with one of my legs as well, as I'm seeing her coming in. Again, I don't want to pass her to the world of spirit very old either. I want to come down in life, in time, in size, sorry. Sorry, she's talking so quick. I'm trying to, I want to bring her down in height. So she's medium height, but I feel like I want to come down in age as well with her when she passes the spirit as well, please. The other thing with her, I've got like, it's either a dodgy leg or a dodgy hip, because I feel like as I'm walking, I'm a bit like that as I'm walking with her. Okay. The other thing she's showing me as well is that I feel that, as she's coming in as well, she's saying to me that there was an issue, I think also she's had an issue with her foot. So I know there was a problem not with just the hip, but with the foot as well. Okay. And as she's also talking to me about the time, again, she's saying time is very relevant here because there's never enough time, that she's saying. But the other thing she's also bringing into me is I want to go back in memory time with herself as well, because what I'm looking at her there, I need to see like, I'm looking like a Wendy house. It's like a Wendy house I'm looking at. And I don't know if it's almost, like those children's Princess Wendy houses. That's what I'm seeing, I'm seeing her playing in this Wendy house as well. But I want to take her outside as well, please, because I think this lady, going back in her childhood, she was very much of a rough and tumble girl. She was that type of girl. It wasn't always immaculately dressed or anything like that. It should be the opposite. It should be outside trying to get the frogs out the pond, or should be sitting in the earth trying to dig the worms up. Or she was a very natural sort of girl within herself. Okay. Anybody understand this young lady, please? Okay, let me carry on with her a little bit. The other thing she's saying, that when she passed to the world of spirit, again, I'm feeling that she wasn't that old either. I almost want to put her in her maybe 46, round about that time. I feel that she would have passed. I feel that there was cancer, please. I feel that she would have had a cancer condition, please, when she passed to the world of spirit as well. Someone still no taker? No? Okay. I'm also hearing the name Mary, and I'm hearing the name John around this lady. The other thing she's showing me is a red car. I'm not sure if that's hers or whether that was somebody in relation around her or someone she wants to go here tonight with a red car or had a red car. Still no takers with this lady? Okay. What else can I tell you that she liked? I feel like I like bingo. She's quite direct. She said, I like bingo. What else does she like to do? The other thing she does like sometimes to read, but not an awful lot. She does like to watch the TV. So I know that she enjoys watching the TV. And I'm just trying to see what else she can tell me a little bit about who she is. Come on, give me some more. The other thing she's saying to me, that I feel that when she went to the world of spirit, there was quite a large family unit there with her, please, when she passed. Yeah, so she had quite a large family and connections. She had connections up north. So I know that she wasn't living up north, but it's almost like I want to go up the map with those connections with her. Anybody understand this lady yet? Okay, let me go with some of that so you can see what one we can't get. You got the red card, the connections up north. The connections up north. Right, okay. Would you also understand the childhood memory she gave me? I wouldn't know. All right, okay, that's fine. What else can I tell you? That the bingo, she's just talking to me about bingo. She was very much as a child. She was just showing me as a child. It wasn't like these children that would be dressed all prim and proper. Quite the opposite. She would be. Right, I'll do both. Okay, let me see where I am with yourself. Right, so let me just recap a little bit with her. Okay, so again, I want to bring her down in size, but I don't feel that she passed the spirit elderly or anything. So I feel she was younger. As I'm looking at her, she looks younger. Yeah? No? Let me just carry on 1 second in case it's moved the age on. Did you understand the Wendy House thing? That she keeps showing me. You had the Wendy House, the red car. The red car. What else can the bingo? Sorry about the bingo. But like, you take the bingo. Can you take the bingo? You can take the bingo. Okay. I'm still going to carry on for a second with yourself, okay? So also as she's coming in as well, she's talking to me about, again with her, it feels like when she was younger, I want to go back in time a little bit, there was something about racing. Racing? Can you take racing? Racing? You can take racing? Can you take racing? You can both take racing? Okay. This might go on for a little while. Okay. So you can understand the racing, yeah? Look. Right, okay. Just ask her to separate something here that you can take. I need to give you some puppets. Okay, I've just said give me something. She's given me a set of puppets. Again, I think it's a childhood memory. Puppets? Yeah, okay. Okay, then we're getting there. Keep going. I've got a dog. I've got a puppy now. You got a puppy? Didn't have a puppy. And the red car and the puppy and the cane. Well, thank you. We're now moving. We will get there. So you can take the red car, the puppets, the Wendy house. I forgot everything she's saying now. Okay. The racing and the names. You can take that. Can you take the names? I can't even remember what the names actually gave me. Thank you, Mary. And there was another one, was it? John, thank you. You can take both of those, and you can take both of those too. Right. Okay, let me get her to separate this. Okay. She's absolutely laughing. She's finding this quite hysterical here. Right, what else can you give me? Give me something different. Okay. I have got, this will definitely do it. I have got, it's a childhood thing. It's like a magic wand. You know, I've got a magic wand. I want to do that. Yeah, can you take that? Yeah, can you take that? You could both take the magic wands. I think they're doing. Okay, somebody's just bought a pair of shoes that don't fit. Or boots. Okay, can you take the shoes or boots that don't fit? Okay, let's have a look. Right. It looks like it could be, couldn't it? Okay, I'm going to carry on with this lady, and I'm going to see where you can both fit this. I think at one point you'll recognise that it would be for you or it would be for yourself. Otherwise, I think we could be here till 11 o'clock tonight. Okay. She's finding this hilarious, actually, coming. I think it's quite amusing. Okay. The one thing she's also saying to me is something about potted plants as well. Somebody obviously enjoys potted plants here. Yeah? You've been doing it today? Potted plants? Okay. I think the reason I'm feeling that she's coming in, whoever it's from, either of you, both of you, is that I just feel, again, there's a lot of connection there. But it's bringing humour, and that's what I think is with her. She's saying it's really important that you bring humour to your life, yeah? Life can get so heavy, she's saying. And she wasn't that sort of a person in herself. She was very light-hearted, yeah? And she was very humorous as well. And she would see the funny side of things, often see the funny side of things. Could you, I knew something would separate that. It's all right if I carry on working with you. It's eventually, wouldn't it? So, we got there in the end. But humour, that's what she wants to say to you. Yeah, life can get too heavy. Yeah, and it's really important that you have that humour in your life. And you have that joy and you have that fun. Yeah, because that's what makes it part of living, doesn't it? Yeah. I know it's a very short message after all of that eventually. But I'm just going to leave her love with you. And I'm going to say, God bless you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dora Sheridan! Well done, Bo. Ooh. It really did. Thank you, Dora, for a wonderful, wonderful demonstration. Now, with the permission of my dual recipient, can I tell the story? The reason being is because there is a comment on the Facebook feed from one of our friends in Scotland watching who says, quote unquote, well, you can't deny that piece of evidence, because she was one of the ones that I was telling it about. And I have to admit, there is a crossover, because I once told this story to Rusty. And she looked at me like I was an absolute idiot and said, well, why did she have to do that? Couldn't she have just gone in a room somewhere? And she really kind of got quite annoyed. So if you're both up there tonight, good luck. Because my grandmother, your great-grandmother, her mother-in-law, is the spirit of Mrs. Agnes Brown from Mrs. Brown's Boys. Her language used to make Mrs. Agnes Brown look quite polite and friendly. And she once went into Tesco's. Now, one of the things about our family is quite a few of your aunts and uncles worked there at the time. And she had a bit of shall we say, a wardrobe error. So rather than, as Rusty pointed out at the time, with this look of incredulous, why? Instead of being discreet about it, she went up and said, oi, you, can you go and get Mark Constable and his sister? And there was a few others as well. So they all went and got him and her, and they came and they saw her, and she says, I need you to get as many people as you can to stand around me in a circle. Why? I ain't going to tell you, I just want you to do it. So they did. As she took off her knickers and put them in her handbag because the elastic had bust. And I have no idea why I told that story in Circle and Workshop, but I'm sure that there was some kind of evidential reason for it. Perhaps, Sarah, if you can remember, you can let me know. But yeah, that was definitely her. That was definitely her. In your face, you know, you could tell that it was. So thank you. Well, friends, our time is almost over. I've got a couple of announcements to make. Thank you to those that have brought supplies. Caroline, I know you brought some lovely sandwiches. I haven't seen everything else. I do know that we now have enough tea and coffee to last us until beyond the next millennium. Thank you. There's a nice selection of sachets, so thank you to everyone for donating those. And I think there's enough tea bags there to keep the Salvation Army going for about half a year. But we'll have them instead. I'd also like to say a thank you to Reverend Sharon Sinclair. I don't know, some of you may remember her. She is a member of the Independent Spiritualists Alliance, of which this church is obviously a part, because, you know, us lot here one Thursday night decided to start it, you know, with some wonderful ministers. And one of our newest members, although it's probably over a year now, if not more, probably about 3 years in actual fact, since Sharon was ordained. Ever since then, every Easter she sends us a little donation, and so she says, get some treats. So there are some sweet treats and some snacks, and that is an Easter present from Reverend Sharon up north. And Mr. D, of course, I mustn't forget to mention Mr. D. They have sent a little donation, so we've also got some sweet treats as well. So yes, amen. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon and Mr. D. And thank you everyone who's brought stuff as well, of course. We will, of course, be back next week with the lovely Lakota Sands as medium. But I've got a bit of bad news. Don't shoot the messenger, because the week after next week is the 1st of May. The 1st of May is a significant date because there are local elections. And as this is the local polling booth, we unfortunately will have no service. So the 1st of May, I might do something from home, you know, have a bit of a giggle, even if it's an online chat or something. But there will be no service on the Thursday night on the 1st of May. However, the week after that, Dora and I was talking earlier about how she loves development and bringing people up and fledglings and that, because that's, you know, well, the medium after our break is the one and only Tracy Bidwell.
Oh, great.
Who was introduced to this church by Dora on a fledglings night. So isn't that funny? We're talking about it, and there she is. She's the next one. Also, to let you know that we do have an online Sunday service coming up on the 27th of April with mediumship from Michelle Moffat. It is online only. If you would like to come and join us online to get a message, you can put your name in a hat and get we raffle the parts, but the amount of people that actually volunteer, chances are if you put your name in, you'll probably be on there. Because not everybody's keen on being seen online. But nonetheless, that is online, and that is the 27th of April. And then, of course, there's a note in the comment section next to it. On the 18th of the 5th, finally, after so long, the White Feather Shamanic Drum Healing Circle is back! Formerly known, and I did used to get a bit of a turned up nose at this one. She used to look at me with a bit of an turned up nose and then have a giggle afterwards. I used to call it the Bangers and Blowers because it's shamanic drum healing, and people took offence to that. So they renamed it the White Feather. Well, I say people, Eunice and Alan. Yeah, so the White Feathers are back, rapturously providing shamanic drum healing. So that's on the 3rd Sunday of April. Of course, the week before that, I am reminded but there is a workshop, and that's on the 11th of May, and that is called Ceremonies of Light and Dark. Ceremonies of Light and Dark. I will just say it's another Babylon 5 reference in the title, but the whole thing is not based around an entire episode of B5, but the title is named after an episode of B5, because you know I like my sci-fi quotes. But that is all available. The calendar. See, I'm reading from the calendar. That's how I can do it. It is available at littleportspiritualists.org/calendar. But would you say you read from the calendar? You still said the third Sunday in April. Oh, did I? Oh, yeah. Third Sunday in May, darlings. You know. Isn't it a good job I ripped that up, eh? Thank you all for being here. Do stay behind, because we've got tea, coffee, refreshments, sweet treats, and lovely sandwiches. And I'm not allowed to have any of the sweet treats, because it's too much like cannibalism, because it's a fruity tart. But enough said about that. Friends, let's close this evening by joining together in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, divine universal source of all, truly we thank you. We thank you for this opportunity to come together as friends, united in our need for truth, united in our lives, in that path that we call existence, in terms of its difficulties, its struggles, but also its triumphs and its joys. Let us remember that part of it as we go out into our lives, Great Spirit. And of course, in times of great need and in difficulty, we do not ask you to move the mountain. Simply we ask that you give us the strength to climb. And so, until we meet again, in your name, I ask for a blessing to be placed on each person here present. Until we meet again, amen.
Amen.
One last big thank you to the lovely Dora Sheridan! Bravo, bravo, bravo. Thank you all again for being here. It truly means the world. And again, to our front row, thank you for gracing us with your presence. It means the world to us that you should come and see us, even if it is just to make my life a misery in continuation to your relatives' machinations. But no, seriously, thank you all so much. And thank you all for being a part of tonight as well. So, from all of us here to everyone out there in Tinterweb land, after 3, 1, 2, 3. Good night. And God bless you all. We will see you next week. If I can remember where the off button